it was a great transition for you into soccer there, because if you don't want to watch some baseball, Jeff, you can watch the Union play this weekend against Atlanta United. And we are lucky enough to be joined by local Bull Union homegrown talent midfielder Paxten Aarensen. Paxten, thanks so much for the time. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me on.
We appreciate it.
Hold on, Paxton. That was a great segue that you just did, Jason. So I got to now ask, Paxton, do you watch Ted Lasso?
No, I do not. But my parents have been recommending it to me. My dad watched it, my sister watched it, and I think my mom watched
Jeff,
it.
this just
so.
got worse for you. He just not only said no, he doesn't, but that his parents do. So I'm glad that this worked.
Yeah, thanks, Paxton.
Thanks.
That's what I needed to do was
Paxton,
feel older.
you are the man. I appreciate you going there with it. Look, we've wanted to have you on. It's exciting. We've watched you come through the Union Academy system. Look, you've been there since you were 10 years old, playing before you got your chance. We've liked interviewing some of your teammates, and it always comes through the camaraderie with some of the younger guys that have come through the academy. Talk about what it's been like to come through with some guys to make it up here, and what it's like with them to have teammates that have gone through the same thing you have.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome sharing the same experiences as, some of the younger guys on the team this year, like the new homegrowns, like Quinn, Sullivan, Jack McGlynn. We were all, it feels like it was yesterday on the 14 squad together playing in games against local clubs against FC Continental, and now we're playing against New England Revolution in the MLS, all three of us starting. So it's a dream come true for all of us, and it's just amazing to share the field and the experience with all of them. And it's really nice to have kids around the same age as you, because sometimes, it's just nice to just be able to talk and just share those experiences.
So you used the magic word. You said kids. You said it's only. It seems like it was that long ago when you guys were 14. It wasn't that long ago that you guys were there. What is it like for you and this group of you to be professional athletes this young, and to see all of these fans come out and cheering you on and wearing your jersey?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's something we've all, and especially me, been working for my entire life. But to think, this young, that I have people wearing my jerseys to the game. I have people wearing, Quinn, Jack McGlynn's jerseys to the game. It's just amazing. And the fans give us all a boost. They give us the motivation to work harder and improve every day. So we love every bit of it.
So you've been going to Subaru Park since you were very young. You watched your brother there. You're a local South Jersey kid. What was it like for you to step on that pitch in the game and get in there and really get some action?
Yeah, I remember my debut was against Portland, and just finally making my home debut it was something special. Just having all the fans, the atmosphere was amazing. Having the fans cheer me on, but I just remember going to all the games, even before my brother was even playing. I would go with my dad when I was really young. We still have pictures, and just watching the Union and watching the players warm up and getting their autographs after the game, staying late, going early to the games. It was just, I wanted to be there, and I really wanted to be on that field. And to think 3 years later that I would be on that field, sharing the field with some of the guys that were on the team that I was watching with, it's just amazing. And then seeing my brother, the way he handled himself in his career with the Union, just motivated me even more and really showed me that I can grab a hold of this thing and I can really go at it.
You mentioned your dad and your brother, and Jeff's a father who coached his son, who's now in college. I'm a father,
not in soccer,
not in soccer, in t-ball or something like that. But I'm a father with young children. So I enjoyed you talking in a different interview that I heard about with your dad and your brother kind of playing growing up, and you were at different stages. Your dad taught you more, your brother more skill. And then at some point, you learned to be more of a scorer because of where your brother was along. Can you talk about what it was like growing up in such a family where you got to experience this all together?
Yeah, it's something where it's maybe not as common, but having a brother that kind of has or already shared the same experiences that I have, it's really actually helpful for me. And when we were younger, we would always just play 1v1, always just being competitive, trying to win in everything, two touch on the beach or 1v1 down in our basement. It was always who would win. And then I remember we would always play and then come for dinner, and then whoever lost would just be so disappointed and wouldn't say a word all dinner, and my parents could tell who lost just from that. But
who was better?
in the basement, it was just scrapped, you know, it hit off the walls, but when I was young, he used to give me a couple of goals, but I used to win, but that was his excuse. He'd give me 2 goals. But now he doesn't give me any goals.
Wait, so you said in the basement, and having a kid who has grown up playing all sorts of sports in the basement, how many times did your parents have to replace the drywall?
No, that's the thing. They waited until we were older to finish the basement. So the basement was all concrete walls, holes everywhere. It was kind of like a mess, but it was perfect for us. And they waited until we were like out of that stage or too big for the basement to finish it because they knew it would just get absolutely ruined.
Smart parenting right there.
Yeah.
So when did you know which game you were going to come in and play your first home game in?
No, I wasn't sure like exactly what game. I had a good week of training that week, and I could kind of feel it coming, but I had no clue what game it would be. I think it was whatever minute it was. I saw like our kit guy B run down and was like, "All right, let's go get your debut." And then I ran up there, my heart was racing, and I just went in.
Well, so if I remember correctly, you didn't go right in. You had to like wait around.
Oh yeah, I had to wait for so long.
So I'm sitting there watching you on the sideline, and some of your teammates were over there encouraging you. People seemed to be all excited, and it just seemed to like drag on, but you couldn't get in the game. What was it like just standing there wanting to run in?
I mean, yeah, I just wanted them to kick out the ball. I remember one time Ale just had it in the corner, and everyone was just like, kick it out, and he decided to switch a long ball, and I was like, all right, come on, Ale, let me go in the
let me in.
Yeah, I was just like, all right, I was just eager. I was like, all right, is it going to be this one? Is it going to be this one?
You know, you've known Coach Curtin and been able to work with him for years coming through the system, and he's talked about getting on the field. You've earned that time you've gotten to play, and he's talked about how proud he is of the work you've put in. What's it like to get to play for him at so many different levels and now get to be out there with him as the coach on the main team?
Yeah, it's amazing. He's a great coach, and coming up from the academy, you know, he coached my brother when he was at the academy, so he knows what the foundation and what it's like for like these young kids coming up through the academy and the pathway, and the way he handles and treats the homegrowns, it's just fantastic. I can't give him enough credit.
What's the one piece of advice that Brendan gave you about how to deal with Coach Curtin that's been most helpful?
He didn't give me any advice, really.
He was going to let you fend for yourself.
Yeah, we haven't really had that conversation.
What was the experience like for you? That first goal that you got against the Revolution this season. Look, it's fun for us as spectators who follow you and who hear about you coming up through the ranks and how exciting you're going to be to watch. And then we see you come out and start to get the experience on the field. Then all of a sudden you get that goal. What was that like for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was just a complete adrenaline rush. Like when I got the ball in the pocket, I squared up the fairway, and I was like, all right, what do I do here? And then I just did a little shimmy and just hit it with the left, and I saw it pierce the back of the net, and I was like, oh my gosh, like that really just happened. And then I didn't even know it just happened. I was like, did I really just score? And you asked like any of the other guys on the team, like I was just like, when we were going back, I was just like screaming. I was just like, oh my God, like I just scored like 100 times. Sergio was dying laughing.
They must have been entertained by that for sure.
Yeah, they were.
So what happened when you do something like that? What do the veteran players do? Do they come over and say anything to you? Do they just kind of shake their heads? Do they laugh? Like what do the old guard do?
No, they're obviously, they joke around a lot, but they were all really happy for me. They all, they share that, and they see me putting work into training, and to see that like come off on the field, they're all happy for me. But of course they're gonna joke around like, oh, why didn't you hit it more in the upper 90, or you could have done that better. But it's all jokes.
One of the great things about soccer is the international aspect of it. What has it been for you this young part of your career to play with so many players from different countries?
Yeah, it's definitely a great learning experience having all these guys from growing up with learning the game differently, and I just try and take it all in. Just be a learner of the game every day. I'm asking, trying to take advice from all the different people. You know, Alcinho grew up playing in Brazil, Sao Paulo, the best Brazilian academy over there, and then you have guys just from everywhere. Ale played in the biggest stages in the world, Miro, all these guys. So I just try and take advice from each and every one of them and put it into my game.
You know, you traveled a little bit. I saw when you were with the academy playing internationally. But what was the experience like for you to get time and play on the pitch in the CONCACAF Champions League? That atmosphere, that pressure. It's a little different from the MLS. What was that like for you?
Yeah, it's definitely more of a hostile environment, but I love those type of atmospheres. I think it's what brings out the best in the players when the atmospheres and the stakes are that high. So I credit the fans of the teams in CONCACAF. They love the game, but I think it's just the CONCACAF in general. It's a great experience. It's one that it doesn't come up a lot of times, but when it does, it brings out the best in all the players.
All right, so we know you got to go. You got some practice to do. Before we let you go, since you're young enough, we're going to give you a little homework assignment.
Uh-oh.
Please watch Ted Lasso, and hopefully we can have you back, and then you can tell us which player is most like which actor from Ted Lasso.
Oh, that is good homework.
Okay.
All right?
I have some high school homework to do too, but
No, you could skip we give you permission not to do that.
Oh,
Watch
Jeff,
TV instead.
your poor teachers are going to hear this and be like, what is he saying? Paxten,
right.
Thank you so much for the time. We wish you continued success. Look forward to seeing you out there, and great to talk to you. Hope to have you again.
Thank you so much for having me on.
All
Take
right.
care.